Hello, everybody. How are you? My name is Sonia Marie. I am the astrologer and horoscope columnist for Essence Magazine. Um, I also give private readings. If you want to contact me, please do so by clicking the link in the description box below. Hello to all the new people, the cross watchers that just came on in and was like, who's this chick? My name is Sonia. Welcome. I appreciate you being here. I kind of take a minute to introduce myself to see if anybody wants to come in live. I really love doing live shows. Live shows. Yes, I'm going to have a live show, damn it. I am proclaiming a television show. Come on, angels and ancestors. Let's do this thing. But I was really referring to the broadcast here. So I'm waiting for some folks to come on in. Tatiana is here and Wiseman is here. Carrie, the unusual suspect. Hello to you, baby. Who's here? Rashida Cooper is here. Hi, Danielle. Excuse me, Truthful Tree. Hello. Good to see you. Oh, Trina, Ballet, Trina. How are you? Bijou is here. I didn't forget you, honey bunny. Jay Walker and Polish My Pearl. Sassafras, what's up? Jesse, oh, you new, seems like. I appreciate you stopping on in. Yuri, I ain't seen you in a minute, a month of Sundays. Hi, Laura Brown. What's up, Tiana? Oh, Tenjin. Okay, good. Portland Sanders. Oh, you haven't been around either, but I do remember your name because you sound like either a football team or some kind of real dope ass like sausage. I don't know where that came from. Like some tasty sausage. The fuck is wrong with Sonia? All right, people, let's get started. You see what kind of mood I'm in. All right, Portland and Yuri and Drops. I don't know. Drops Del Meal? Drops Del Meal? Kimberly, listen, I'm giddy about this week and I want to express it to you and what's going on. Are y'all ready? I would be remiss, like I said on Instagram just now, I'm going to hit the points that I put on Instagram very briefly within 60 seconds and expound on them here. So the first point I was thinking about was like, wow. Folks may know, maybe they don't, but I would be remiss if I didn't remind you. Hello. Hi, Tennille. Hi, Nick. How are you? I would be remiss if I didn't remind you that there are 6 in ASL sign language. 6. There are 6, okay, eclipses this year. Did you know that? Did you know that? And what I want to do for you briefly without expounding on each and every one of them individually, I at least want to give you the dates. Would you like that? Can y'all give me a yes, y'all, while I take a sip of this little corner of cranberry juice that I have? Y'all want to hear the dates of these eclipses? Now, before I do that, and I get your responses, do you know that eclipses are massive? We have eclipses every year, but here's the deal. They're in different signs, for one, which means that they're activating and massively changing different parts of your life. Y'all want to hear them? Oh, good. Good. I'm so glad. Hi, Rich Brown Girl. Listen. Here's the deal. They massively change where we are going in our lives. Usually there's about 4 of them. This year there's 6. Are you kidding me? 6. I said on Instagram, that's exactly why goddamn 2020 needs a Snickers. They need some kind of therapy. The year, like we can't erase this year as people jokingly like to state. There's no way to erase the year. I mean, like in reality. But even so, if we could, like this is the moment. This is the moment that makes or break you. This year with 6 eclipses massively changing you. And by the way, eclipses are like, they're akin to pulling the rug from underneath your feet. For sure. Like akin to like telling you that reminding you that you've been reminding yourself over and over again to improve and or change a particular situation. And then the universe and then spirit and your ancestors go, okay, it's time now. Woo! And they pull the freaking rug. You're like right now? I mean, I know I've been building for it, but you know how sometimes, squirrel, you can kind of like plan a shit a shit. You can plan something in your life, which can be a shit. And you're sitting there and you get so used to looking at the strategy plan. You get so used to studying the playbook that you forget that you are actually trying to change a particular part of your life. Does that make sense to anybody out there? I'm gonna get to the dates in a minute in case y'all thought I forgot. I didn't forget, but I want to explain the truth and the massive shaking, if that's the right way of putting it, of these eclipses, right? Do you ever get into a space where you're just like sitting there looking at the playbook, looking at the rules, lamenting over the fact that, oh shit, ain't never going to change, although deep in your soul, you still want them to change and you're still working. Hi, DJ Shanny, what's happening? You still working for those changes. You're so busy looking at the playbook that you forgot that this is what you're working for. And here comes the eclipses to remind you and pulls the rug and puts you right where it is that you need to be. Oftentimes we're shocked. Oftentimes these changes and these shifts come in a very unlikely outfit. You get fired, you get laid off, you get divorced. And although it may throw you off emotionally and or practically and realistically at times, meaning like it just doesn't make sense why it happened and logically you can't put it together, the universe says now is the time, bitch. Like, I don't care what you're ready for. We are moving it right now. So let me give you the dates and then I'm going to move on to another point because I'm not going to be on it too long, right? Yeah. Says the DJ. Listen, here's the deal. The first one, as you may or may not know, was really serious and it was hitting a bunch of different planets. January 10th was the lunar eclipse. Full moon lunar eclipse. That was in Cancer. The second one was June 5th. Another lunar eclipse, full moon lunar eclipse. That's the one we just passed, right? The next one is, and which I will talk about in a few minutes, is a solar new moon eclipse, newness. Full moons brings endings, new moons brings beginnings. That's on June 20th, right? And then we have a full moon, another full moon lunar eclipse, July 4th, 13 degrees Capricorn. And then we have another full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini on November 30th. And then we have a final new moon eclipse in Sagittarius, December 14th. I think I'm just tired of saying all of that. I tried to create a rhythm to tell you the dates and then add some signs in there, but I just got exhausted by my own thoughts because in between it, as the person that I am, I'm trying to think what they really mean, even though I've studied them constantly in the last couple of weeks. Actually, I've been like, okay. But in the midst of listing that, I was like, and then what? And then it's in Gemini, and then my brain was getting cluttered. Did y'all get that? 4. There's sandflowers. There are 4 lunar eclipses, 4 full moon lunar eclipses, 2 solar eclipses. So a lot of shit is ending. And there's a few things that are beginning. But here's the big deal about that, and I really, really wanted to express that and highlight that. When you have these shifts, when you have these full moons that are ending, when you have these things that are in your life that are coming to an end, and it seems like there's more than not, please, I'm here to remind you with the loudest megaphone possible is that the universe, our creator, our ancestors and guides never allow us to be in balance. That's not the way of the universe, y'all. How can you have our illustrious skies be in a perfect circle of 360 degrees and not expect balance? I'm here to remind 1 or 2 people or a handful of you who fall in and out of depression based on the changes and the shifts that are happening this year, based on the things that are happening in society, based on we don't have to go into the particulars because then I'm gonna get all freaking emotional again. But y'all know what I'm saying without listing the current events. You know what I'm saying because you're living your life the best way you know how, and every chance you get, you wake up to something different that's changing. I'm here to remind you that the universe will replace it with something better, point blank and simple. Please believe that. I'm saying all that to say is that with 4 lunar eclipse, 4 things that are ending in 4 different ways in your life that are coming to an end, that are literally going to shake your whole freaking world, it's not personal. If it hurts more than others or other things or other people, maybe, just maybe, you haven't been prepared. And oftentimes we can prepare ourselves psychologically, we can prepare ourselves emotionally, spiritually, and it's not necessarily in a physical sense. But if you've been paying attention, and you've been intuiting these changes that are happening, you know exactly not only that it's coming, but you'll be prepared inner wise to make it happen. So when it comes to your door, you go, I'm ready, God. What do I need to do? It's not personal. Don't pull out now. Like, don't stop now. Even as shit is crumbling. Yo, God is real. Realer than real can get. I can't tell you how real God is with all of these changes happening. Are y'all hearing me? Yes, yes, y'all? Okay. Just wanted to make sure I told y'all that. And hopefully y'all got all the dates. And if you didn't, just rewind, select and go back and pick that up again. All right. Or you can research them on your own. But get ready. Okay. And on Thursday, we have the Mercury going in retrograde. Y'all know that. It's in the sign of Cancer, right? I know one thing. One thing is a never, never. I've been feeling that shit. Yes, yes, y'all. Anybody? Put your hands up. Give me 3 Ys or something. Have you been feeling this Mercury retrograde shadow period already? Like last week it started. Like just nonsense craziness. Just the phone is playing music and all of a sudden it just stops. And you're like, did you need to do that? Like, did something happen? Did somebody get on your nerves or something? Like the phone got all fucking sensitive and shit. It just stopped. I don't want to play anymore. And then you turn it back on and it plays. Like, I don't understand. Have y'all been? Oh, I'm so glad it's not just me and my little sensitive soul, intuitive soul that I have. My God. So because it's in Cancer, retrograde in Cancer until July 12th, right? So it starts on the 19th. Make sure I got these dates correct. I like dates. No, it starts on the 18th, y'all. No, I'm lying. Yeah, the 18th. The 18th. Mercury goes retrograde on at 12:59 a.m. So bright and early in the morning on the 18th, which is Thursday, right? Mercury will go direct in Cancer. So whenever there's a planet whenever that Mercury goes direct in a particular sign, it takes on, if you don't notice, and I'm sure a couple of you do, it takes on the personality and the energy of that particular sign. So the way in which our minds will go retrograde is in an emotional sense. Are y'all following me? Is in a Cancer-like sense, right? So you can think emotionally. That's called emotional intelligence, first of all. And you can also be very, very intuitive. So maybe when Mercury is going retrograde, we start to discount and or misread our intuitive prowess, our intuitive hits, the conversations that are coming through from the other side. Our intuition kind of gets a little off, or I'm going to list a few things. We start to lament a bunch of decisions and the strategies that we have to get to where we're going, right? We lament the choices that we made or the choices that we will make during Mercury retrograde, or those that we've made bust this for the last 2 years. Why so? Because we had North Node in Cancer. So that North Node vibration allowed us to move forward, right? That North Node Cancer vibration allowed us to move forward in a Cancer way. When Mercury goes retrograde in that particular vibration, maybe, possibly, we'll lament some of the choices that we did within the last 2 years. Here is what I want to tell you. Cancer energy is very, very good for that. Very good for worrying, very good for complaining. But squirrel, I will say, because I'm a Cancer and defend myself and all my other Cancerians out there, the reason why we complain is because we have to get our emotions out some kind of way. So if you're that Cancer or have Cancer energy that likes to complain, get a fucking journal. Like get something, or talk to one person who does not care that you just have logorrhea every now and again and need to get your heart and pour your heart out. You understand what I'm saying? That's just a little side note. Squirrel, just wanted to let y'all know we have to emote and express our feelings. That's why it sounds like complaint every now and again. Anyway, so with this Mercury going retrograde in that particular energy, in that sign, maybe you will complain and hold on to the emotions or revisit the emotions. Are y'all feeling me? You revisit the, hey Shay, there's Mercury. Revisit the emotions that you've been going through. Listen, do yourself a favor. Don't turn into that worry wart. What we did is what we did. Let me just go right to the motherfucking point. What we did is what we did. How we felt is how we felt. If we need, you need to take a minute to think about the decisions that you made. Think about this. Think about why you made those decisions. Why those decisions are perfect for you and your family. Why those decisions are perfect for where you live. Why you need to move. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Cancer energy has to do with family and foundation, home life. You understand? Intuition, emotions, sensitivities. Yo, Cancer energy is strong as hell. Understand this, emotionally strong. So as we push through some things, and that Mercury, how we think, how we're pushing through, we'll start to question that. Don't let it drive you crazy, is what I'm saying. Fuck technology. You know technology is going to go crazy. You know there's going to be some traveling points in which you may have to have a plan B on. These are all expected Mercury retrograde events. Okay, there'll be some delays. I'm not even on that, because if you know anything about astrology, and you stumbled on this page or whatever, and you just stumbled and you just like astrology, you know that that's what it comes with. It comes with, but I wanted to get to the deeper reason, because in my opinion, and what it is that I'm feeling is that a lot of people, when this Mercury retrograde happens and the shadow side that's leading up to it, will start to lament what it is that we've done and who we are and why we need to release so much. You know why we need to release so much? I'm gonna tell you honestly, and this is a squirrel, but not a squirrel. And if it's a squirrel, it's a giant squirrel, because everybody should see it, like the fucking elephant in the room. You know why we have to lament? You would think I had a Red Bull or some shit. You know why we have to lament? It's because we've been going through some things in our lives the last couple of days. It's been arduous as fuck trying to get up this mountain and be the very best that we can be, and wake up, at least to just have a meal, reconstruct our lives. Every day is different nowadays. And the goddamn time is zooming to the point where we can't even catch up with the lesson. Do y'all hear that? So oftentimes, I'm just saying, I needed to go deeper in this Mercury retrograde Cancer, because it's just not about, oh my God, I need to clean my closet. Let's not stay there. Let's go to the inside. All I want to tell you is we've been carrying, y'all. We've been carrying, okay? Like that Cancer mother energy does. It carries. It does not let you go. White, black, brown, purple. If you are a person that understands the importance of nurturing and mothering, we've all been carrying. Men and women, we've been carrying. So Mercury retrograde said, yo, get that out. Talk about that. Talk about what it feels like to have 500 pounds on your back. Write it out. Speak it out. Cry it out. Revisit your decisions to make sure that you don't have to, the burdens are not yours any longer. Generational, in a sense, and I don't like to use this word too much, but I'm just going to say it for the sake of kicks and giggles. Generational curses and pain and trauma is coming up out of the woodwork that we've been holding and piling back on our backs. Are y'all feeling me? Years and centuries of it. Mercury goes into Cancer during this fucking crazy ass eclipse year, with 4 planets going retrograde right now, with the top of the year when Pluto and Saturn went conjunct. You understand what I'm saying? And the Rona came out and was like, hey, everybody, what's going on? You see what I'm saying? Taking so many beautiful souls off this planet. Yo, Mercury is like, yo, I'm going in retrograde and I want y'all to cry. I want y'all to get it out. I want y'all to think it out. I want y'all to go forward. And the reason why I said Cancer is no punk, because Cancer is that cardinal sign. We're about to roll into cardinal season, y'all. The sun is going into Cancer on Saturday. I had to remind myself to see my thing. Look, the sun is going into Cancer on Saturday. So with the fact that Mercury is in retrograde in Cancer, the sun is going into Cancer. Let me tell you something about Cancer energy real quick, and then I'm going to stop. That Cancer energy says, yo, get this. We may look sensitive. We may look, and when I say we, I mean everyone has Cancer energy in them. I do not care what your sun sign is. Cancer falls somewhere in your chart. So know that the emotional prowess that you have, we may be sensitive, we may be emotional, we may be nurturing, we may be extremely pliable at times, but we're no fucking punk, because it takes water to push life. It takes water to erode situations so you can go, so that water can find the stream and go down to the river to find the ocean again. That takes time, perseverance, tenacity, understanding of emotions. Water pushes it. Respect the water, respect the flow. Respect the understanding of your emotions and why you got to let the burdens go. I think I'm a poet. I am, by the way. Y'all didn't know that? Ow. And I gave my love to you. So understand that. I really had to go in on that with y'all. Y'all get that? Y'all feel me? Yes, yes, y'all? Okay, 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 okay. I'm looking at some. No pumpkin. All right, all right. Everybody got it? All right. Shay said I'm on one. I am. I absolutely am. Okay. So here's the last point that I want to say to y'all before I get off this thing is that Sunday, we have that new moon solar eclipse. Let's talk about that thing before I go. We have that new moon solar eclipse, 0 degrees Cancer. The last one, the last one of the series. Where does 0 degrees Cancer fall in your chart? Me and the village are going to talk about that thing. But y'all, I want you to know that this is the ending. Wherever it started 2 years ago, this is the last eclipse in Cancer. New moon, solar eclipse. Boom, look at God. New moon, new beginnings. After everything done fell apart in that area of your Cancer chart, in the areas of your mother and family, and this is a generality, of course, and different things that have to deal with your emotions. It's like, okay, so here's it. Here's it. Here it is. Here's it now. Here we own it. No, I'm just joking. So here's the deal. That new moon says, here's the prize. Here's the newness. Here's the new sensation of what it is that you've been working for. Here's the beginning of it. Look, because this new moon, and I'm going to leave y'all with this. Where is that? Oh, there it is. Because this new moon quincunxes Saturn in reverse, because it's going retrograde. It's going to feel like these changes, these new moon changes that are coming. And it can show up on Sunday. It can show up now. It can show up 2 weeks later. It can show up 6 months later in that Cancer energy, because that's how eclipses work. They're weird like that. But here's the deal. It's going against, in an irritable way, against Saturn, which is work and restrictions and limitations. Are y'all following me? So this is like that moment where you feel that you're doing good on the test. It was a hard test. And then you get to the last essay question and you think that you can nail it because it's the last question. And you briefly went over it about 5 minutes ago and you're like, okay, that seems cool. But you didn't read the details. You actually have to write on this essay and a 5-part answer. Good God. I only got 10 minutes to write a 5-part answer to this essay. I thought it was just one question. Sonia and her damn analogies. Did anybody get that, or did it go over your head? I just want to make sure y'all there. Saturn is hard work, man. Saturn is hard work. And then this new moon energy says, I'm coming in with some newness. And Saturn is like, yeah, but you got to do a little bit more. 5-part question? Like, what the fucking, wait a minute. I thought I was done. Keep it moving. Even though it's new, even though it's a wonderful blessing, even though you're smiling at it, even though you can already decorate it, even though you're hugging and you're kissing it, you're admiring it, there's still some work to be done. Keep it pushing. Don't get thrown off and irritated by the newness that's coming. It may not look like you want it to look, but work on it. Keep going. You got skin. You got thick skin. You got a big heart, and you are developing to be stronger day by day. You know why? Because you're still here. You didn't let none of it take you out. Yes, you and your ancestors and your guides. We give them reverence all day and night. But I'm here to say this. Give yourself reverence too. Because we co-create this thing. You can decide to do something totally different other than what you're doing right now. And if you think you're not doing enough, you have a moment to change that shit. Change it and do something different. Yo, you co-create this. Pat yourself on the back too. You're alive. Let's make this happen. Yo, let's get it. Don't remember the jewels. Don't forget, I should say. Don't forget the jewels in the midst of this time. It ain't all bad, y'all. It's all crumbling. That's for damn sure. As long as you stay out the way and don't get a brick on your head, you'll be all right. Stick and move, baby. Stick and move. All right, I'm going to go. I'll see y'all soon. Take care of yourself. And it's glad to sit here and chat with you, even though I didn't see what y'all was talking about. Take care. Much love. Bye.